Welcome to TildeVision Ideas. TildeVision Ideas is a program that explores ideas and concepts in the following areas: psychology, parapsychology, consciousness, ESP, dreams, spirituality, healing, creativity, quantum physics, business, wealth, and the Word of God. Today I have my friend Bill Scott as my guest, and we're over here talking, sounding things out, what we know, our own experiences as to why we believe or we don't believe, or why we receive or we don't receive. So Bill, that's the title, Why We Don't Receive. Now,
well, I received today. You asked me to be on your show, so I received this gift of being here tonight with you, and I thank you.
How wonderful. Did you hear that?
I received.
I had a request, yet he felt he received. Isn't that wonderful? The way he perceives the whole situation. He received an invitation, and he accepted, and he said yes. And trust me, I called him today. I'm late. And so, but that Bill's my friend, and so, of course, he's here, and I'm grateful. Okay, so Bill, go ahead. Talk a little bit about you received that today.
Yes.
Why do you feel that you have faith and confidence
in faith and confidence in some things
and something? Okay, so let me give you a lead. Faith and confidence in God, in events, in the person that's offering you the invitation, in yourself.
And you always talk about God.
Yes.
It's not like I'm a skeptic. I had 12 years of Catholic school, and if I told them I wasn't sure when it came to God, I'd have a nun beat the hell out of me. All right, so I had to know. But sometimes I wonder, I don't know, is it all the Chinese government, at least anyway, I can tell you something about, they think it's superstition. And who knows, are they such crazy people? I don't know, I don't think they are. So maybe God
exists. Maybe you think I've been programmed.
Maybe for some reason I'm not. I'm almost. Am I rejecting God?
Am
I failing to receive God?
Oh,
well, I want to bring it into your topic. I know there was something you wanted to talk about here tonight.
Wonderful. So you may be rejecting receiving God, but it's not just God. It's all of Him. His graces, His favors, His blessings, His promises, His everything. So that's interesting.
Maybe. I don't know if that's right or not. It was just something that
just came up.
Right. I think we're this is an idea that you have here that you want us to talk about. So I'm throwing out ideas. Is it right or wrong? I'm not sure. But maybe it's right for some people and it's meaningless to others. That could be.
So I received that idea, that person called God. And when I do that and I'm there, something happens to me. I feel trusting. I trust more. I feel that my faith, whatever the faith is, grows. Maybe not to dynamic expansion, not that dynamic, but it grows. And I can feel it. I called you today, and I had the faith that you would say yes. I had a faith. I had a feeling instead of using a feeling. What do you think?
Okay. Well, maybe we do know each other, and I think we've asked favors of each other, and I think we've always sort of come through for each other. So that may have helped.
That may have helped. The fact that I have a past experience.
Right, with each other here.
Right.
I've worked your show.
Yes.
A number of times. You work my show all the time.
Okay.
So
I eat at your shows all the time.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I try to get you something to eat.
Okay, so one thing that I experience when I'm willing to receive and I have this faith, remove your jacket and move the left to
shirt.
Why? Why do you want me to remove my jacket? I don't want to remove my jacket. I have sleeveless. I move the left to your shirt. Can I be heard? Can I be heard well? Okay.
I think we're good. I don't know. They'll let us know.
Yeah, they'll let us know.
They'll write us another note.
So when I'm in faith, I feel confident. Like I felt confident to call you out of the blue and say, would you be on stage?
Well, people, I think that they're afraid to ask. We were just talking about this a minute before they
Yes.
said you're on. We were just talking about why some people might be afraid to ask. They
Yes.
might not get the answer that they're hoping for.
Yes.
Is one reason why they might be afraid to ask. But I think you were confident enough to know that even if I couldn't give you the answer that you wanted, I'm not going to denigrate you in any way. I'll give
Right.
it to you very gently.
Right. So I didn't feel that if you gave me a no, the person would be rejected.
Okay.
Just
all right.
the invitation would be rejected.
That's all.
But
That's
not
all.
the
Right.
that's
right.
all.
Right.
But people, they make it complex.
They do. People do make it complex. We don't know where they've been. Sometimes they haven't always gotten the encouragement.
So a little
or the push.
rejection might just break them
Oh,
apart.
some people, yes. A little rejection, especially if somebody's been continuously rejected all their life, and they have this thing they're really excited about. It just goes wrong for them somehow, some way. Maybe even because of their own doing.
Okay. However, when you're in faith and you're open to receive, so you're open to receive the good and the not so good.
Okay. It
You
sounds healthy to me.
Yeah. You're able to receive the unpleasantness.
It's there.
But you say to yourself, oh, it's only for a moment. The unpleasantness, it'll go away. It's only a
right.
feeling. It's only an emotion.
Yes,
And so,
right.
it's fleeting. It'll go away. Okay. So when I'm in that faith of receiving, and I get that confidence, I also get trust. A lot of things begin to develop in me as that happens. Okay. So one thing that I have
The
noticed.
trust is in yourself. It's
Yes.
the trust in yourself.
Well, it's also trusting in the divine providence, divine God. Here we go again with God.
Yes.
Divine providence. That, what's the big deal? Either yes or no.
But I don't think it would be. I'm going to play devil's advocate. I
You
don't think it
please.
would be unreasonable for me to say, based on what you just said, that you're equating self to divine providence, because I think that they're.
No, I'm not equating, even though I am created in God's image and likeness. Therefore, what God can do, is able to do, has done, I can do perhaps at a lesser level. God created, I can create this program. I
Yes,
did.
okay.
This afternoon I wrote it out. So I can emulate, I can, you know what I'm saying? I can manifest. When God speaks and he says, let there be light, there was light. So I spoke, I go, hey Bill, I'm in a gym, can you come and be my guest today? I spoke my desire, that which I wanted. I dared speak
Yes.
and ask.
You did.
Yeah, so
I-
that shows a certain amount of belief in myself
Yes.
and in God, divine providence, that you will accommodate me.
Okay. Well.
And imagine, had you been working, you would have come straight from work.
Yes, I was home. I was home when you called.
Isn't that interesting?
Well, I was there.
You happened to be home.
I was home. Yes.
Look
right,
at that.
Right.
Okay, so whatever we're seeking, whatever we need, it's always there. It's there already. Nothing needs to be created, maybe changed, transformed. The green, the green. Do you understand this?
No, I
The
don't. The
Oh.
green jacket is invisible.
I have no idea.
I do know what he's talking about.
You do?
Okay. Yes. What looks like blue on your jacket. What is
Oh.
green?
It's
actually
green.
looks like blue
Okay, so
up on there.
that's interesting because,
Well, look.
Look.
I don't have any hair.
oh my
You really
God,
have a whole head
of
of
hair,
hair, and none of it shows up.
and nothing is showing
the
up.
cameras are broken here. My hair's not there.
It's not showing. I'm showing my best side. Look, I put all the hair to one side.
The cameras are broke. The cameras are broke.
Who broke it? Okay, so, we have to believe that everything is there. I mean, really, truly. Food is there, water is there,
It's
air
there
is
for
there.
you to go get it. Sometimes
Everything-
you don't have. I think I saw the word confidence.
Yes.
To go out and get it.
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah. I heard.
Go ahead.
Because people, I think, aspire to greatness, don't they? And I think
Yes.
nothing's simple about greatness.
No.
It's not. And oftentimes going hand in hand with that greatness are fears.
Yes.
I think you have to go through those fears to get to the greatness.
Yes.
And they're fears. Sometimes you're facing King Kong, for crying out loud. You're scared to death of the guy.
Right.
you're scared to death of these things, and you have to go through them. And either you do or you don't. And I think most people don't.
But we all have a certain amount of fear and doubt and worry and anxiety and cares,
God.
right? We have those concerns, right?
Yes,
because
yes,
we're
forever,
alive,
forever.
right? However, there are some people that say, "Oh, I'm afraid of this because I don't understand it." For instance, don't ask me to work with electricity
Oh no, you're right. Me
because
neither.
I don't understand
How about
it.
hammers and nails? How do you do with that?
No, I do better.
Really? Oh, I'm terrible with
Oh,
them.
terrible?
They gang up on me.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they do.
No, I can handle that tool. But the other to me is more complex. All I can do is plug something in the wall, and it'll work. You know,
Okay, that's
hopefully.
yeah, right.
But the thing is, I brought that word up, knowledge. When you have knowledge of something, do you really fear going to
You
court?
fear much less. You fear much less,
Less.
With the knowledge.
Other
Absolutely.
people would die if they had to go to court.
I've been in that position. I used to be scared to death.
Oh,
Oh my God!
That's terrible.
First day I was in court, the judge said to me, "Application." He just looked at me. He said, "Application."
and you
What
said,
are you talking
what are you?
about? I don't
Is
know
that
what that
French?
means.
Is
he
there
said,
a
"You want
paper?
to-"
Is there a paper I have to
Oh,
fill
God.
out?
I went home. I called my
Application?
friend. What does that mean?
What does-
What it
yeah.
means? What do you want? That's
Yeah.
what it means. What do you want?
Yeah.
And,
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, oh my God, no one taught me that one.
Really?
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
see, knowledge. You
Knowledge.
needed to be
right
taught.
now. They said it's simple. Now it's easy.
Why? Because you've been through it so many times.
Right, I've done it. Right,
So
I've made
familiar-
my application.
Familiarity.
Yes, right.
So,
Familiarity.
this
like we were
is
talking
nothing.
about with
Like
this
right
here.
now, we're talking. Who cares if the camera's on or not on? Right?
Well, I guess a big part of being able to receive is familiarity. Is that the
Yes,
word?
yes,
Yeah, it's a
yes.
tough one. But yeah, I think
We're
that certainly
familiar.
helps.
So I
certainly helps you receive.
I felt familiar with you. We've seen each other. I know your name. I know your behavior. I know some of your likes.
Right.
So I said, I'll have your favorite dish.
Yes, right. That helps. That
And it
helps.
turned out bad. It was
The
my
meat
fault.
was lousy. Yeah, what did I do?
My
over
fault.
there?
I forgot to
Should
tell
I
them
give their
extra
name?
spicy.
No, I won't give their
spicy.
name because
No, don't.
sometimes their dishes have been excellent.
Excellent, the
The
best.
next time the dishes are excellent, I'll give you a name. But I'm not giving you a name tonight because your dish wasn't so good. I just want you to know that.
Okay, so
All
maybe
right?
maybe in the future we'll give them. But
Right.
it was my fault because I didn't tell them extra spicy.
You did or you didn't?
Did not.
You did not.
I
All
failed
right.
to do that. I don't know
All
why.
right, listen, I'm out of here then. All right, I'm going to go.
Okay, so you see these little miracles that happen, they're just connections. We made a connection, a little synchronicity, and I'll give you for instance, I could be writing, which today I was writing, had the TV on, and I'm writing a word, and the woman is saying the word that I'm writing.
Really?
It's not synchronistically. And I'm saying, oh, that's so interesting. God is with me. I'm in the flow.
Okay.
So you see how I accepted it? I'm in the flow. I wasn't really watching television, but you can hear.
Yes,
I'm writing.
yes,
I'm deep
right.
in thought. But okay, so you become aware of those synchronicity, little happenings, a little while ago it just happened. Okay. So Stephen came to me, Maddie, did you mean to put 14? Because I put
for the date.
for the date, and so wonderful that he caught it, and I smiled. I go, you're good, because I didn't feel reprimanded. I didn't feel that he's saying, oh, Maddie, you don't know, next month is the month of 9th, whatever. No, I felt grateful. He caught it. I said, oh yes, you're so good. He is good because he caught my error. You know,
Yes.
it's not a big thing, but still. It's not the correct number. So little things like that, I become appreciative. Oh, that's another key word, to be able to appreciate. Appreciate the fact that you have a need, which we don't. We hate to have a need. And then appreciate.
Yes, sure. You like to
the
get rid
one-
of that need.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. And the things you do.
Yes,
You do that, yeah.
right. But then you look in your environment, I have this particular need. Who can assist me? Who can help me? Who has that expertise? For instance, Joey Walters. He's back there. We're over here chatting.
He's good.
He's good. He's going crazy with
Right.
all those knobs and
Right,
buttons
right.
and
He
the
knows what they
lever.
are. Right,
Like
right.
you're driving a car.
He knows what it does.
Yes.
Right.
And he
I
does
know.
it with such joy. And Steve, Stephen, he was good enough. A little while ago, he put the mic on you. He
Yes,
adjusted
right.
my mic.
Right.
I mean, these are little niceness. But I'm aware. I'm aware the person took an extra step
To do that.
to do that,
It's a
and my
little-
show will be that much better.
Yeah.
But do you see the thinking that goes along with receiving? But if you don't want to receive, no, don't touch my mic. I know how to put it. Oh, I can do this. Like, that stance.
No, well, yes, hey, they're generous people. There's
Very.
a certain generosity
I
involved.
love that. Okay, so believing it is there. I believe whatever I need is there.
I think you're right. Usually whatever you need is there.
Is
Being
there.
able to get it.
But in order, we were discussing that word, to get is different from receiving.
To get it, oh yes, to get it is different than receiving.
Yes, because when you receive, you're so open and receptive to receive. Now, mind you, you'll also receive some of the negative. You have to be, but
Well,
you
they're
can.
both
You have a
there.
choice. But you have a choice.
I'm gonna turn my, you know what, I'm sorry to interrupt. I want to just turn my phone down.
Okay.
Because I know it will ring in a second, or a couple of minutes.
So be open to receive, but then that puts you in a situation where you will receive some negative. But you have a choice and a decision. I don't want the negative.
Right. You don't have to take it.
No,
You just walk away from it.
that's right.
I can't stand the crazy talk out there, the terrible things
So you have a
people
choice,
say to each other. Yes, right.
and you exercise your choices.
Yes, I do.
And you walk away.
From it. Right.
You don't
Right.
participate. You don't engage.
I do not.
No.
Not
Let
in
them go.
vile conversations that go on. People say the worst things in the world to each other, the way they talk.
And you know what happens?
And you can receive it or not receive it.
Exactly.
And
I say no, thank you.
yeah, it's not for me. Some people like it. Seems to me like a lot of people do.
Okay, so you are responsible. You're responsible for your choices and your
Yeah.
decisions.
Oh, sure. Yes, they're all yours.
Yes,
you
they
know.
are. And we
It's,
have to look for whatever it is we need. We have to look for it.
Yes, and it is out there.
It is out there.
Right.
If you need a job, what do you have to do?
And this is New York City. It's more likely to be there than any other city in the country anyway. Yes, there's always something out there for you.
If you
If
need
you
a
want
job-
something, good chance you'll be able to find it
Of
here.
course. If you need a job, what do?
You look for a job.
You look for a job.
it's
And
New
then
York
you
City.
call,
There's a
you
lot
make
of
a phone
jobs in
call,
New York City.
fill out an application.
Probably more jobs here than anywhere.
Any place in the
right,
world.
Right. But yes, and even if you weren't in New York City, but these are things you would do. Just get up and go look for it.
Okay, so, and then I have lack of knowledge. Why we don't receive? We don't receive because we lack knowledge. In Scripture it says, my people, this is God speaking, my people perish for lack of knowledge. They perish. What does the word perish? To die, to wither, to perish,
well-
to disappear, to diminish in size.
Again, I just think people seek greatness, and they stop seeking that greatness. That to God, that's the healthiest human being, the one who's out there striving for that, and they're not able to get a chance to do that for many reasons. Some people they don't have a sandwich, so it's tough seeking greatness when you don't have something to eat.
So knowledge. If you don't have the needed knowledge or the skill or the tool, what do you do?
Well, you try to find it. You try
And
to
how do you
get
find it? How do you get it?
You get it.
You go for training.
Okay.
You go take a course.
Okay.
Go to a conference, a talk, a workshop,
If
seminar,
you're
anything.
in a position to do those things, yes.
Okay. If you're not in that position, then go on the internet.
Well,
Go to a library. It's free.
I'm thinking, let's reach the bottom level. I'm thinking of the poor guy on the street.
Okay.
He doesn't have many of these options here. But yeah, you have to try. You have to try to do something. I don't know what they do. They stand there and beg for money just to get food.
Now you mentioned people, down at the bottom. I parked my car in Sanford, and this woman, she looked so beautiful. Her hair was blonde, white blonde. She was thin. She matched. Her pants were white, her black top, and she looked so elegant. And I'm saying, look at that. Sometimes appearances are deceiving. I don't know her story, but we kind of think because they're at that place in Sanford that they're in need.
Yes, okay.
That they may not know how to get
Right, they can't function properly. They're
or how to
deficient.
Yes, how to get out of that situation.
Yeah, I don't.
They're limited.
They are limited. Some
And-
people just are too.
Yeah.
Right. And that's
Okay.
the hand you got dealt.
So, there's a lot to examine. So we examine ourselves, our limitations.
Yes.
But
okay.
what I do is I examine God and all his promises and his favors and his blessings. And I go, oh, there's so much out there. There's so much out there for me. So I look at the limitation or the weakness that I perceive in myself. And I look out there and I go, oh, God did not limit himself. Why am I doing that? I'll question, I'll examine my life. Why do I do that? Why did I go there? Why did I think, oh, I didn't have the money. I don't have the funds. Why did my thinking go in that direction?
And the answer is?
Well, the answer is, I've specifically with that one, it goes all the way back to childhood.
Many answers do.
Yes.
Many answers do, right.
And so I go, oh, okay. I didn't see poverty, but I did see stringent, very, very disciplined, very non-wasteful.
Really?
There was no waste.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
I saw that. And so maybe that created, oh, maybe we don't have.
Okay.
But I was never told we don't have. But I'm a child. Maybe I invented that. We don't have.
Okay.
Put the lights out. Oh, we don't have enough money to pay for that light bill.
Okay, I think there was a time
Yes.
in our country's history where, at least I think my parents grew up through that, where maybe even just a belief that money will always be tight. They were, I don't know, my mother was a fairly young woman when the stock market hit, but she was old enough to know what was going on. She was a teenager, a young
Right.
teenager,
Right.
when the stock market hit, and my father was just a little bit older than that. So
Well-
I think that's
Well,
cultural. I don't know if that's the right word.
Did she hold that throughout her life?
I think she was very good with money.
Oh, she
she
learned
was.
how to manage it.
She did. She did.
So
My
she
mother was-
transformed that situation into a positive.
She did. She did.
Okay. Now, I want to share something. My husband always says this to me. Oh, because you get money. I go, oh, yeah, I get money. I get my Social Security, and that's it. No, you get money from other places. You know why? Because I know how to manage my dollar. I know how to manage it.
Okay. And
There is no
he's-
ifs about, I will not live above my means and then worry. No way. I don't, no.
No. Okay.
Nope.
Good.
I do not waste. I do not buy things that are not needed. I'm not compulsive that way. I don't suffer from that.
Okay. I buy things to eat. Usually, if I'm buying something that I'm wasting, it's usually in some of the food I'm eating. I guess I shouldn't be.
No, food is a necessity.
No.
But-
Haagen-Dazs?
Yeah, isn't that good?
No. It's
Now
not.
and then it's good, a treat. Do you do it every day, every single day?
I'd shoot it up if I could. I'd shoot it right into my
That's
veins.
how much you
I'm looking
love
to
it.
do that. Yes, it
Okay.
is. Yeah. And I've never shot up anything in my life, but I'd shoot up Haagen-Dazs.
Oh, so good.
I can get off the topic. Some people love the mix of salt and sugar.
Me, I love that.
Salt, sugar. And I'm telling you, it's White Castles and Haagen-Dazs. It's like sex that is there. It's right up there. It's good as anything else.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so when I think, well, about that Haagen-Dazs, and I'm in the street and I think, oh, I can't afford it. Listen to how I replace it. Oh, God is my provider. He's my Jehovah. It's one of his titles. My Jehovah Jireh, my provider. He provides all my needs, and I feel I would like an ice cream, and so I phrase it like that, and then I don't feel guilty. I don't feel I'm wasteful, and I feel, well, God presented the place, and I have the dollar or whatever, the $5.
Yes, you'll find
And
it.
so I'll feel good, but I don't do it daily.
I do it too much.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I do.
If
Yeah,
I'm-
what could I say?
The only compulsion I have is learning. I'm compulsed. It's an addiction. I want to learn.
Well, that sounds like a pretty healthy addiction to have. Some addictions can be, I think.
Well, if you take it to the extreme that I take it, then I might decide not to vacuum because I'm reading. Or I might decide not to dust because I'm writing. You know, and so then I'll
Okay.
hear it from the husband. You know how it is.
Yes, yes.
So
yes.
then sometimes I'll go and I do it just so as not to have to listen to his comments.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So this is the definition of faith. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing the word of God. So listen to that. It's interesting. It just doesn't come and smack you in the face. You have to hear it. So if that's the case, where do you hear it? Where, if you had to hear it, where would you go to hear it? What would you do to hear it?
Myself?
Yes. From where? From your years in Catholic school? You hear it in scripture? You can read it and hear it, or read out loud and hear it, or put some televangelists on TV. You don't have to go into the church, but if you want to, you go there. So you listen to televangelists, you pray, you praise God, and your faith builds.
I think praising God.
Yes.
It's just an interesting word, praising God.
Yeah.
Yes, I think, what does it mean? What does it mean to praise God? Does it mean you just get down on your knees? Is
Not
that praising
necessarily.
God? I went to Catholic school. Every day we had to go to church and get down on our knees.
Yes. Well,
And we made, truth matter, we were 5, we were in the 5th grade, the 6th grade, and we came up with all the jokes possible while we were there on our knees, because that's what 5th and 6th graders do. So we got down on our knees because they told us to get down on our knees. So, I don't know. I think praising God is a whole lot more than that.
right.
I do.
So praise and worship. So
Okay.
you say, God, you're so wonderful. You're so powerful. You rule the earth and the heavens. You create it all. You do the. So you praise Him. You're praising Him. You're raising Him. In your eyes, He is it.
But I think praising Him comes into actions, doing
Okay.
things.
Okay.
These are the skills you were blessed with. We all get different
Oh,
things.
those are your blessings. Yes.
Right. Those are your blessings. Fine, fair enough. And to praise God
For all
you
He's
use
giving you.
them. You use them.
Wonderful.
That's how you. To me, that's how you praise
Okay,
God.
so you acknowledge that your blessings and all those gifts and talents that you have. So there was a giver. God was the giver. Are you admitting
Yes.
that?
Yes. God.
And you received them. So you were receptive. You received them.
Yes. And usually there was. And I'll take that a little step further. I received it with a joy. There was a joy to my blessings. I feel like He has blessed me in some ways, and gee, that's pretty good what I got.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, and you do. I do. I get like a happy, like excited, I'm on a high. You know, because I become aware of all that He's done for me, all the blessings. And I spend time in the secret place. Do you know where the secret place is?
I don't like to talk about it here on TV.
The secret place is where you are in solitude and quiet with God, and you and He, and you. If you want to confess, you confess all that you want to confess. You talk with Him like He's a person right next to you. So that's the secret place. And you could do it alone. You could do it. You could be in a crowd, but you're secret within yourself.
You could be very alone in the middle of a crowd sometimes. Yes, you can be.
So you're inside that inner world where you meet with Him in secret. He's my secret lover.
Okay. Yeah, I was questioning God before, a little earlier, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes ago, whatever it was. But I think I do believe, because I hear people say, you should be thankful. You told me before about your blessings. I'm telling you, I am. I have those moments where I've got this. These are wonderful things to have. I may not have that, but I've got this. What I do have are great things to have, and I think even showing that you are grateful for these things. Is that a belief in God? I don't know if it's a belief. Is it?
Oh,
I think with me, it is.
You just mentioned
I'm saying
gratitude.
Thank you to somebody.
That's right. That's gratitude. Do you know that marvelous things happen when? Okay, so
I think it's healthy. I think
it
it's
is
a healthy
extremely
feeling. I
healthy.
feel like it is.
Yes. So when you're feeling grateful, more comes. Have you noticed that when you're feeling so joyful and so happy, and you're in that state of gratitude, more comes. You have to pay attention.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't.
It increases. I don't know. It expands. Okay. So there are other things that I do. I meditate. Oh, reintroduce the show. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
So this is TildeVision Ideas. TildeVision Ideas is a program that explores ideas and concepts in the following areas: psychology, parapsychology, consciousness, ESP, dreams, spirituality, healing, creativity, quantum physics, business, wealth, and the Word of God. Today we're interjecting the Word of God in the topic, which is why don't we receive? And with me I have my friend Bill Scott. He has his own show. He's a
My TV
producer.
show next Tuesday night.
That's
Don't
right.
watch, there's going to be trouble.
And
all right?
it is
Just want you
live,
to
just
know.
like mine is live. And we have a lot of fun. We eat a lot.
Yeah.
But
That's
Bill
what we
is a
do.
comic, and
Try
we're
to
co-
keep it light. It's a
Yeah,
light
yeah.
atmosphere. Yes,
I
it's
have to
intended
learn.
to be that way.
I have to learn how to keep it light.
I try to keep it light. I don't have anything that I know that's so
But you do.
enlightening to the world. so-
No, but you do. You just spoke of that those moments that you have, and if you engage in those moments more often, they will grow.
You'll have more of them, yes.
Yes,
I
and you
know.
will have more things to be grateful about. Because
Well, okay.
yes,
all right.
more
Makes
things will
sense.
come, or at least come to your awareness. And another thing that I do meditation, reflection,
Do you?
introspection,
What is
contemplation. I do.
You know,
What
what
is
is
meditation?
meditation? How would you do it? Well,
Okay,
if you were
so-
telling somebody this is what you
So
do.
meditation. So I invite. Okay, I'll give you a snippet.
After this, I'm going to tell you what I do. And
Okay.
I bet
So
it has nothing to do with
meditation.
meditation.
I invite the person to let themselves, allow themselves to relax in a quiet, peaceful place for at least 20, 25 minutes.
No, I do all that.
If you have tight clothing, loosen the clothing. And then begin by taking a deep, slow breath. Don't go and gulp it. No, deep, slow. And you breathe in and you hold it and you release it. Attempt to do belly breathing, which is instead of your chest raising, your belly raises. So it goes, and you let out the breath. And you do that several times. That alone, controlling the intake and the outtake of the breath, what that does, it begins to relax you. Okay, and then with the in-breath, you make it shorter than your out-breath. With the out-breath, you, in your mind, you say, I am releasing, I am letting go of all the cares, the fears, the anxieties. And you do this for so many minutes, depending on the individual. Then I bring them into, it's called guided imagery. So guided imagery, I'll say, and now I invite you to go to a place. The place is in your mind, a place you've been, or you can create it at that moment. So you go into that place where you feel everything is so beautiful and peaceful, where everything is in harmony, where you feel that you have everything. You feel happy, even loving. You begin to experience all these feelings, and they're legit. There's nothing going on out there. Your eyes are closed, and so you're relaxing. The whole purpose is to get rid of tension, fear, anxiety, any stressors of the day, because stresses are very damning. You know that.
Yeah,
They rob you
yes,
of everything,
yes,
including your health.
Oh, yeah. No.
So I begin that way. And the imagery could be the person's own imagery, or I guide them. I guide them because I'm leading them into that meditative state. Go ahead, tell me how you do it.
I do, well, I said I do that. Everything that you had said initially. I do. Do I take deep breaths? I think I do. I probably often do. But I do make myself, it's a very quiet spot. And I plan on doing it for I've been doing a half hour. I don't know if that's good or bad or what. But I just let my mind flow is what I do. And I don't know if that's meditation or not.
It is.
And whatever comes into my head comes into my head. And
What happens if a fear enters as you're doing your meditation? What do you do?
Gee, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so
I don't think I have the fears in my meditation.
or a thought that
maybe.
should not be there at that moment because you're attempting to meditate and relax yourself.
Let's let everything, whatever comes into my head. I
Whatever.
don't think-
Okay. Guided is different. Guided is more structured.
You
That's
take
the way.
people to places
Yes.
in your head.
Yes. and take them there and give them the time to enjoy, and let them know that if they saw beauty, if they felt peaceful, if they saw creativity or felt it, that let them know that they can bring those qualities, those traits, that experience, they can bring it back with them once they open their eyes. So it's not just gone forever and ever. So you let them know. And so what happens, that comes back with the person. And all the time I experience when I invite them to, after a certain amount of time, you can open your eyes. They'll go like this. They don't want to come back.
No, they don't want to come out of it.
But they hear me and everything is fine. They want to stay more. They want to spend. And yes, half an hour, could be an hour, could be however long you determine. If you don't have the full hour, you give yourself the time you feel you need.
Yeah, I hear people say it's very good for them.
For what?
They say it's very good for them.
Yes, it is.
I've heard people
It's good
say
for your
that.
health. It clears your mind.
Someone I just have a lot of respect for. Seinfeld. He says he does it, and he
Yes.
thought it was very good for him.
Yes. It really truly clears your thoughts. You become focused intentionally.
Yes, you're right. And quietly, gently.
Gently. And
You
so
do it.
peaceful
You're not on
and
the
so
train
wonderful.
getting bumped or kicked
No.
around.
And everything is getting done, by the way. You're in that state. It's a state of mind, really.
And you're at peace also with the way you're
that-
safe. I think it's a good word too. I think it's a good word.
Okay, yes. You feel very safe.
Right then, right.
And clear, because clarity brings, it's clear.
But there's no one there to judge. There's
No.
no one right.
When I was writing this, so I'm very focused, no tension, no stress. I knew I had the show, but I
gotta
also
put
knew
my
I had
show.
all the time I needed.
Maybe I'll take this and do your show on Tuesday because I haven't done anything yet.
Okay, so
You have a lot. Wow. You just did this today?
yes, I write.
Wow.
I
wow.
write.
You
I'm
really
a
got
writer.
to it. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So know that all is there. So I felt all the time I need is there.
I think
Your dreams are there. Your dreams, your goals, they're there. What was my dream, my immediate dream and my goal? To write this piece so I could do the show. That was immediate because I have immediate, and then I have intermediate, and then I have long-term goals, like
Okay.
everybody else.
Okay. Right.
So there are other things that may come up, like who is dreaming this? Who is thinking this? So you know it's God through you, because God dreams through you. You dream, you think you're the one, you think you're the dreamer, but it's God dreaming through you. Why? Because He created you, He's doing through you, He's working through you, He's using you. Not misusing or abusing. He's using you, using your hands, your voice, the skills and blessings He's put in you. So what is it that you want to do? Sometimes we do a meditation, go in with, what is it that I want to get?
It's a good point. I really have no real, I just want to, I think, get rid of that stress. With the words come up a
Yes.
few times. It helps me get rid of it. I like
You can
to
do
get
two
rid
things
of
at the
it.
same time. You can get rid of the stress, the anxiety, the worry, the cares, and at the same time do something constructive, more constructive. Like I want to be clear in order to. So I'm writing, but I'm in. It's like a semi-trance. I'm writing. I know everything. The lady in the TV, I heard her when she said a word. I was writing. You know, so I'm conscious, but it's like being in two planes at the same time, and everything flows.
Yes.
It
there's-
flows.
You don't have the barrier.
You don't see
Well,
scribbles or anything. It just flows.
You don't have the world's opinion, getting in your way,
no,
interfering.
no, you don't
with
want
things.
that.
No, you don't.
No.
You don't. You
No,
just,
no.
You do just want to let it flow,
Yes.
whatever happens.
You want to be within yourself with your higher self, which is God.
It starts here. You get to there when you're done,
And
but
you-
you come
and-
back the next time. You
Yes.
can go further.
And you know when this piece is done. You know it.
You know what, Im?
And
Okay.
interestingly enough, when I looked, I said, "Oh, it's only 4:00. Gives me time to bathe and get dressed and out of
okay.
here." Okay, so you become very clear. So when do you want it? Now. I was working on it. Where on this paper, because I'm going to use it on this, which you begin to differentiate. Which word, which phrase?
Which one are we talking about?
What's the next step?
Yes, right. What's the next thing we get to?
How and
Yes.
why?
Mm-hmm.
How? Well, my critical thinking, all that goes into it, but I'm not thinking. Does that make sense? No, because it's in the flow. Remember, you used the word when you're meditating. You let yourself go.
Yes, I do.
You're in the flow.
Is that meditating what I'm
Yes.
doing?
Yes. So I'm in that flow. I'm writing.
I set my phone, it goes off in a half hour.
Right.
I get a little buzzer, it goes off, and that's it, I'm done.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if that's meditating or not.
It is. You're relaxed.
It's relaxing.
Yeah. Sometimes we meditate on a specific thing. Like
that
in
happens.
praising and worship. In praising and worship, let's say that's your meditation. So you want to focus on God and letting Him know how wonderful He is, that He opened your eyes this morning, that you took that breath, that you know how to drive, that you drove here. That
These are nice mornings too.
Wonderful, right?
I was
And so-
out of the house about 7.
and
It was a nice morning. It was a nice morning.
and you're
And you
thanking
can be thankful.
Him.
You can be thankful for that.
Yes, and you're
Right,
in
a
gratitude.
beautiful day.
So that's part of prayer and worship and praise. You're there. Your meditation could be just that. I'll just focus on the goodness of God, His generosity. And that could be your meditation for the day.
It could be. That makes sense.
Okay. So if you feel you lack something, then let's say you did not know how to direct. Then what can you do? You can train yourself, go to training. You get the needed skills, the tools. If you're determined to go in that direction.
We get education.
But I'm spoiled. I have Joey.
Okay.
I am so
Well,
spoiled.
that's another way of doing it.
That's
getting
another
what you
way.
need.
Yeah, and then when he needs
you can
me,
get a director.
I'll be there for him.
Okay, you
So-
can get
so-
a director.
Yes. So there are always skills to be learned. There are always tools. We're very skillful, but we don't know we are. You're skillful in other areas, maybe not in directing, but you're very skillful. You're skillful how to speak to, what do we call those people? At the
Who?
bench with the hammer?
Oh, good. God.
The judge. Okay,
Scare me to
you're
death.
very skillful. You know how to approach them. You know how.
Yeah.
Did you learn the word application?
Yes, I know what application means.
Now you
Yes.
know, right? So then you determine. You're choosing, what am I going to do? Is your lack a need of spiritual, invisible power? Is that what you're lacking?
I don't know.
Do you even know that exists?
Um,
Invisible spiritual power.
I don't know if I give it that much credit.
Oh, okay.
I almost feel like anything that comes from me.
Well, I'll tell you, a young man I was explaining and teaching for years, and one day he said to me, "Oh, Miss Diaz, it's too hard." I said, "What is hard?" "To live in two worlds, to live in the spiritual world and down here in the physical." I said, "Really? It's hard." He found it hard. And to me,
Okay.
it's second nature.
Mm-hmm.
But I find hard what he does.
Uh-huh.
Constructing and working with pipes and things like that.
Oh, that seems hard to me.
That's very hard.
It looks hard to
So
me.
you have to determine where your lack and where your need is. So you want to at least be able to identify your need.
Okay, you could focus on it some and hopefully come up with a cure, come up with something to fix it.
And to be able to know that the spirit realm is the most powerful.
Mm-hmm.
That is the 99%.
The 99%.
Of the spiritual, invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Down here, this is only all this that we see and touch and smell. All that is only the 1%.
I know. I've heard that all my life. Again, 12 years at Catholic school. This is not very different than what I've heard before. But as an adult, I think I question it some. But
it's good to
I have
question.
mannerisms which are reflective of a certain belief, a belief in something. I don't know. We call it God. Is it God? I don't know. Maybe it is.
Do you believe in systems? Systems.
Systems?
Yeah.
What kind of systems?
Any kind of system. Do you
Well,
believe
you're
in a
talking
system?
about this guy with the pipes. He's putting the pipes together.
He has a system.
Right, he has a system.
Joey
Yes.
has a system out there.
Yeah, sure, the systems
You and I
that
have
work.
a system. We're listening and speaking.
Right, okay. So, yes. So,
The body has a system. It knows when to breathe. It knows when the heart to beat. You don't have to tell it. You don't have to
no,
tell
it
your
does it on its own.
On
does
its
it
own.
On its own. That's absolutely. Well, there's a system.
the transportation system, aviation system. Everything is a system. Everything.
A lot of systems out
Yes.
there. There's a lot of systems.
A lot of systems. Some are good and some are not that good.
You find them in the yellow pages under systems. You find them there.
You're funny. Okay,
Yeah.
so if we have an inability, one of the reasons that we fail to receive, we have an inability to discern, to decipher, to decode, to know in what dimension the problem exists. Do you know where the problem? Is the problem out there? Is the TV
Sometimes
the
it's a problem up here.
Is the problem the neighbor next door? No. Where does the
don't know.
problem exist?
It could be.
It usually is in us. It really is.
It usually is. There are
Yes.
times, though, like Mercury is retrograde.
Oh, really?
Right,
Right now?
That could throw you all off right there.
Okay. All
Right?
right.
So that could be it. That's another reason.
That's another system, the solar
Right,
system.
okay,
Okay.
right.
Look at that.
But it
Everything.
that won't last forever, and the problems within ourselves will still be there. Usually it's us.
Okay.
Usually it's not Mercury.
I think it would be 100% us. It's just that we fail to see because we don't want to receive the truth. That's another.
Okay. Oh, that's
So,
what I
have
do.
you ever-
That's what I do.
Excuse me. Have you ever met a person? They're very argumentative, very combative.
Oh,
They don't want to accept the truth of the situation, whatever the.
Right. They've always got an answer for you. Some people they do.
And they
just
fight you.
always got yeah, they will.
Right?
They will. They'll fight you. They'll dig in.
Right.
Right. And I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
They're
so,
out there. It's all over.
So when you encounter such a situation, what do? Do you get to be like them? Oh no, yell louder or use more profanity.
No,
What?
I let them win it. They win that silly argument, and I walk away. I don't wanna
Okay, you
hear it.
walk away. So that's called
don't wanna hear it.
withdrawal. You
Is
withdraw.
that healthy or unhealthy? I
Well,
don't
it
know.
depends. There are certain
Yes,
times.
okay. Sometimes you got to
If
stand there
a
and fight.
storm or a wind is coming and a sharp object is coming toward us, it is better to retreat.
Yes, yes.
We
yes.
retreat, we shy away, we move
Well,
away,
Freud
and
said
let it.
retreating is very normal. Freud. right?
yeah.
And being aggressive, both. He said they're both very
But
natural.
we have to decipher the situation. Do I stay and fight,
Okay, yes,
or do
right.
I move back
Right.
and get more weapons?
What you were describing to me, I'm thinking all the silly political arguments that are made out there.
Right.
People know so much. I don't know anything, and people know so much. I'm always amazed with it. I don't get involved with it. I try
I'm
to stay
amazed
away from
at
it.
how much knowledge is out there.
I'm amazed at how much people know. They think they know. You don't know anything.
Wow.
But they think they know, and you can't tell them they don't know.
Oh no, because
I
they
just
don't
walk
know
away.
that they don't know.
They don't know that they don't know.
So how can you show them
Man.
what they don't know that they don't know?
I don't.
It's
I
very
don't try
difficult.
To.
No, I don't try
I
to
hope
either.
they learn. I hope they
I
get
hope
it.
you're not thinking about one person. I am, but anyway.
No. Well, so I don't know who you're talking
No,
about.
I
but
don't
okay.
know. Okay.
Okay.
So we need. If you have a situation, you have to know what is needed. What is needed to correct the situation? What is needed to be able to receive? What is needed? A lot of people don't know what is needed.
Well, okay. You're
A lot
right.
of people don't even know how to ask. Something so simple. They ask you as if they are entitled, and you're the subordinate, and you're the slave, and you. That's your response. Your duty. You know.
Well, I think there could be a lot of reasons into.
Yeah.
Again, it's a good question. Why don't some people receive? Which is where we began here.
Okay, so what is needed? So remember I live in two worlds.
It's got to be
Okay.
an openness.
So I
to
live in these
somebody.
two worlds. So, God, show me what is needed. See, I go in there humbly. I ask, what is needed? Enlighten me. Show me. I'm admitting that I don't know. I'm being humble.
Okay.
I have to. I'm depending, I'm counting
Please
on
help
him.
me.
Yes, and then I make
I
the
need
effort.
an answer.
Yes, I need an answer. I make the effort. I go into that meditation that we were talking about.
Okay.
I'll go there. I'll go there. And
it helps you find it. Sometimes,
Oh.
the answer's there,
Yes.
but it gets clouded amongst other answers
exactly.
that aren't so good, but they caught your attention.
Yes.
And you need to, I think you use the word decipher. You got to
Yes.
figure out which one is, that one's no good because of this one's no good
Yes.
because of that. And you may have all of them no good, but this one, it's no good, but
But
it's
let me
better
try
than
it.
the others.
Let
Yes,
me
it's
make the
certainly
effort.
better
Let
than the
me-
others.
yes.
And time's running out. I got to have the answer right now. So that's the one you go with. That's the one you go with.
Okay,
there.
so you have the intentional decision. You have an intent. You decided you want the answer. You're going to find it, and you keep at it. You keep hammering. Remember that hammer and nails you were talking about?
Oh, I'm not
you
good with
you keep at it. Not a physical hammer,
Uh-huh,
but you
you
don't give
drive
up.
forward.
You drive that drive. You ponder and you ponder and you turn it ever which way until you find something. Sometimes an answer doesn't come global. It comes in pieces.
Yes, right.
Right?
You learn a little bit at a time. A book has its chapters, and
Yes.
usually the first chapter is a little easier than the 10th chapter. 10th
Yes.
starts getting a little complicated.
And then you string them up.
Then you put it all together,
That's
right?
a technique, by the way. I learned stringing.
Yeah, okay, makes
stringing.
sense, makes sense. I
Someday
can
I'll share
understand that.
a little more about stringing, not now because we have 7 minutes left. But stringing is you take all the little successes, you every insight, every revelation, every idea, and you string it, and you make it into a whole. It's called
Okay,
string,
okay.
and then it becomes more powerful.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yes.
That's the result of education,
I learned that
experience.
in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. Okay, so you have this intent, this decision, and when you're shopping, you're buying a piece of real estate, you survey the land. You look at the neighborhood, right? I did that when I looked for a teaching position. I drove around the neighborhood. I wanted to know what kind of
Where-
people lived near in that school because I would be teaching their children.
Yeah.
Okay, so you look and you decide what to reach for.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So at that point in time, I was a bilingual teacher because I had the credentials for bilingual because I am bilingual. I also had general education. So I reached for that. And I said, well, I speak Spanish. They didn't believe me because I didn't look Latin or Hispanic, whatever the terminology is today, speaking Spanish. So I decided to prove it. How did I prove it? Not by arguing. I spoke to him in Spanish.
Well, that should convince him.
And then he was startled.
Okay.
He didn't expect that.
Well, that should convince
So
him.
you stretch, okay, and you expand continuously. You have to be continuous.
With the expanding.
Yes.
I just want to tell the people at home again that the cameras here are broke. So you don't see my hair as well as you should. I really have a whole lot. And you don't see that.
Okay.
That word expanding, I just want
It's
to bring
expanding.
it up again.
We're going to
Yes.
expand your hair. Next time we're going to give you a wig.
It's not me. No,
Effort.
the cameras are broke. They're broke. That's why that's happening.
So you make the effort to fix that camera. Effort.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have to make an effort. Whatever you do.
Joe.
Let Joe make the effort. Okay. Then remember. Okay, what do you remember? Because sometimes we get so busy at whatever, the world, life itself. We forget our dreams and goals.
Yes, of course.
We put
Life
them
gets in the way.
Yeah, and people, and they trip you up, and then you get frustrated, your spirits come down, you get sad, depressed. So you have to keep asking, okay? What do you ask for? Clarity at all times. Ask God for clarity. Look at the lights. Clarity. Right? They gave us clarity. They didn't want us to be in the dark.
No, good.
Okay.
Good thinking.
Be aware of any decisions that you make because they bring consequences.
Okay.
Okay. And
Absolutely. Every decision.
okay. Then love. You must bring love into the situation. You can't bring animosity and anger and hatred and jealousy and envy and competition
so
and
much.
comparison, all that crap. You
Oh,
bring
it's
that.
out there.
You bring that on the scene. You think you're going to have a good day,
I try to think. Yeah. I usually.
but you let go of that crap. But if people walk around with that stuff,
Oh my, yes, they do.
tons of anger and
And
jealousy
they
and
drop
bitterness.
it on you. They drop
Yes,
it on you.
unforgiveness. Oh, yes, it's your fault.
They drop it
It's
on
your
you.
fault because you have all
And
that
they
hair.
fill you with it. They put it right in you. Yeah,
You
there
have
you
all
go.
that
There
hair,
you got some of
and
this.
I have none. You have blue eyes, and I do
there you
not.
are.
You know, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. They're just angry, and they're
Yeah, oh,
comparing
yes, right.
continuously.
It's sad.
So,
But they make you so angry, you don't even think it's sad. You're just angry with them.
okay. So those things make it that you're not able to receive.
Yes, right. They do get in your way.
Do you want to give to someone who's angry and bitter and resentful and vengeful and vindictive and jealousy and envious and stealing and grabbing from you? Do you want to no.
No.
It's
no,
very
the answer's no.
difficult.
Right. They're hard people to.
Very hard.
Right.
So what do
right.
we do? So, since we're supposed to know a little bit, we bring love into the situation. 3 minutes. Oh my God, I cannot believe I'm still on the second page.
Really?
Okay.
Is that all you're at, huh?
Oh my
Well, you
gosh.
did put a lot together
Okay.
here, Maddie.
So you get rid of all the inappropriate behaviors. That's a must.
Right?
Timidity, shyness, withdrawal, quitting, severing, giving up prematurely, blaming others, complaining, comparing self to others, competing with others. You know, that doesn't help. That doesn't allow you to receive. So let's just jump because I have no minutes left. No minutes, not even seconds. How many seconds? How
2
many?
minutes, 2
Two.
minutes.
Okay, so 2 minutes. I stretch it. So you ask for focus. You always want to be focused. Once you have discovered all these things, focus, like razor-edged focus. You really want to. 2 minutes, I hear it. So, okay. Another thing that we lack and doesn't allow us to receive is courage.
Oh, courage.
Courage. Oh my
Goes hand in hand
gosh.
with the fear. You know,
Oh
you
my
need
God.
a little bit of courage.
That's why I told you, let go of
to
the
get
others.
through the fear.
So,
and you feel like $1,000,000 when you do it.
oh yes, you
really
do. You really do. So you have to become a little daring, a little bold.
Okay.
Stick to it. You know, the task is tedious and boring, but stick to it.
Yes, it can be tedious
Because some
and
people
boring.
give up too quickly.
They do. They do. They expect it all right then and there. One time and that's it.
Okay, and so then that you feel that you are powerless. So you have
Okay.
to develop a little power, a little strength. 1 minute left.
Okay.
Okay, and so much.
You have another show here.
I know, and probably it'll be a continuation.
All right.
That's
Okay.
But things that I do, we were talking about visualization, guided imagery. You must have a vision in your mind. You must have the mission. The vision is the vision is the route, the vehicle that you will use. And for instance, this is a vehicle I'm using right now,
Okay.
television. This is my platform, and my mission is the assignment that I believe I received from God to speak His word.
I think that's,
So
that's
seconds.
good words. Those are good words. The assignment you receive.
And then
Your duty. I think Christ, in
Yes.
front of Pilate,
Yes.
called it his duty.
how many seconds? So there it goes. Look, the credits are going up.
Oh, there we go.
So
Good
I
night,
I know
everybody.
that they
Good
can
night.
hear me. So then you go around, decree and declare out loud, affirming that which you have. You must acknowledge it. So you decree, you declare out loud, speaking, not thought. I want to thank you for watching TildeVision Ideas and my guest, Bill Scott. Thank you, and watch again